What's going on YouTube? This is Jim Afanis, aka vypermajik, and today I want to give you guys some news and notes from the Nintendo Direct for April Fool's Day, which is April 1st, 2015. Now I took some handy dandy notes here, and I also got a little bit of cheat sheet on another second screen you can't see off to my right. So if you see me doing this all the time, it's not because I'm bored with you guys, it's that I'm trying to remember what the hell I just got done watching. As overall, I have to say Nintendo Direct is a really cool idea, and I was initially skeptical when Nintendo said they were going to break away from the E3 annual scene, but I feel like we get a lot more information with these Nintendo Directs, and they're done about 4 times a year, so does this mean we're going to get another one at E3 in a couple months? I sure as hell hope so. Let me dive into not every piece of news, because there's a lot to cover that I really didn't care about. Sorry, Nintendo. But the stuff that was important to me is the stuff that I want to talk to you guys about today. First and foremost, they kicked it off with Mewtwo. Now, he's coming to the Smash Brothers game for both the 3DS and for the Wii U. The deal is if you bought both versions, you get him for free, like this guy. You also got the collector's CD with the soundtrack from both the red and the blue, which was the Wii U, and the 3DS version, which is really, really cool. I just got that in the mail a few days ago. But this was the other perk that you get Mewtwo for the DLC as well. If you don't have him, it's not a big deal. It's $3.99 for one and $4.99 for both, so it's kind of like a no-brainer. Obviously, if you have them both, why would you pay $4.99? Whatever, $4, big deal. Buy Mewtwo if you're into it. It's just another character. I haven't even unlocked all of them on the Wii U version, but I'll tell you what, as an aside, I think this is awesome that they're doing this, because Smash Brothers is really the celebration. That really is the Nintendo game. I equate it to how Heroes of the Storm is the Blizzard game. Smash brings together all the Nintendo franchises, plus guys like Solid Snake. We have Pac-Man going on now. There's always just pulling in the Mega Man. They're always pulling in these characters from these other franchises, and I think that is so cool. So similar to that, they announced that some of the characters for the Mii that you can create, they'll be coming out as well. So you'll get new costumes for them, and I just wrote down a few that caught my eye. You got Mega Man, you got Proto Man, you got Cat Suit Mario, which they're calling Meow Meow Mario. I never heard of that, but he's from the new Nintendo Wii U game, and also Link. So if you have your own creatable Wii U, your Mii character, which I do, he's just wearing a cowboy hat and a ninja suit, because why not? You can go ahead and buy all those. And I didn't get all the pricing on that, but it looked like they were 75 cents a pop, but there was also some sort of like package. There was like 8 or 10 of them for like $5 or $6. That's a no-brainer. I'll be buying that. I think it's so fun to have your own guy in the game and kind of set up your own move set and kind of customize him. And it's the same guy you play with your, the whole Miiverse. I mean, that is my guy. So it's kind of cool that he's going to be, getting to dress up like Link and some of the other guys. It'll help hide my bald spot with the hats at least. They also mentioned that Lucas is going to be coming. He's another big character that everyone was kind of curious about. Caught everybody off guard. And they also added a fighter ballot, which is a website that you can go to, and you could give them suggestions, and they said they'll entertain it. Now, whether or not they do or not is a totally different story, but the fact that they invested money on a website, and probably not a whole lot, but the fact that they invested money on a website to go out and pull information from the fans, I think is really cool, and I think that shows a different side of game development that we haven't seen in quite a while. So they posed the question, what character would you like to see? And I had a hard time thinking about it, but my heart has to go out to, and I don't know if they'll do this or not, Jimmy Lee from Double Dragon. Now, is that really a Nintendo character? No. But who cares? It's what I want. And I'm talking about the red guy, not the blue guy. So they got the fighter ballot going on. That's going to be live. I'm sure people have a lot better ideas than Jimmy Lee, or Billy Lee, but that's what I came up with. They're also announcing Amiibo Greatest Bits, which you could take your Amiibo, and I got a lot of Amiibo news coming up in a minute, but you could take your Amiibos and put them on your gamepad, and it will randomly load up a game. Now, in the little teaser video on Nintendo Direct, they showed one guy putting on Mario, and then it loaded up Mario, which would make sense. And then some other dude got Mario, and it got Super Metroid, which was kind of weird. But I'll tell you that it's actually a really cool idea that they're bringing back some of these classic games. I don't understand the Mario to Samus link. That doesn't make sense to me. But the fact that we actually have these little snippets of playable demo that obviously are trying to get you hooked, so you'll blow the $3 and actually own the game. I don't care about that. But the fact that you're going to get almost like these little demos and you could just something for fun to do, like, hey, what am I going to play right now? I think that's a really cool idea. So they're really starting to beef up their amiibos. They added a bunch of new amiibos, and they're going to be used in different ways. So Nintendo's going all in on this amiibo thing. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. That Amiibo's greatest hits, by the way, it's going to launch in spring, so that's kind of cool. They announced Mario Maker again, which is kind of like Mario Paint, but without the cool mouse. I'm on the fence on this one. I really liked Mario Paint when I was a kid, and I love just making really stupid animations of like Yoshi eating a bomb and blowing up, and like scribbling red everywhere, like it just exploded, which is funny as hell. But I don't know. I was looking at it, and it looks cool. There's a button you can press that you can like set up stage to look like classic Mario from like the Nintendo days, and then you could press a button and he switches over to like Mario from the Super Nintendo or from the Wii or the Wii U or whatever. So you could bounce back and forth, and people are making some really goofy stages. They showed in the clip this giant Koopa shell, like 3 times the size of Mario, and it just blew through all the enemies, and that was kind of neat. I don't know the novelty of that going on. Obviously, you can upload your level to other people. I know the whole Little Big Planet scene really took off with this, where you could upload levels and transfer levels and play other people's interpretations. Someone just did The Walking Dead with Little Big Planet, which is pretty amazing. So I guess in that sense, people that are creative are going to do stuff. I don't know. The time that I have to play games now, I mean, my creative element is really dumped in these YouTube videos, so that's not really saying a lot. But I don't know if that's something that would appeal to me, but I'm sure that the creators out there in the world would probably really dig this kind of stuff. So that's going to be coming soon as well. They added, speaking of Amiibos, I have note Amiibo, and it's circled like 3 times. They added new Amiibos for Splatoon. They added new Amiibos for Mewtwo, for Lucas, and 3 for Yoshi's Woolly World. So I know people have made like yarn Yoshis. I've seen them on Reddit all the time, like people customizing them, and I think that's awesome. Now you're going to be able to get them directly from Nintendo. They're going to be coming in 3 different colors. Do I have the colors written here? Of course not. Why would I? I think blue, green, and red. I don't know. 3 different Yoshis. I know my wife's going to buy them all, so whatever. Those are coming in the fall, probably when the game comes out, I would guess. I mentioned the Splatoon Amiibos, or maybe I didn't. I don't think I did. Well, I'm going to now. They added Splatoon Amiibos. That, thankfully, is going to come in a 3-pack. So you're going to get, like, a guy, a girl, and, like, this little squid-looking dude, which I guess is your Splatoon character when he's not in human form. That's going to come, thank God, in, like, a collector's pack, so it's all 3 in 1. The cool thing that I noted about that was you can hit your Amiibo on your gamepad every day when you're playing Splatoon, and it'll give you a daily mission. Now, it said there's some exclusive gear. I'm not sure what that means. I know there's going to be a lot of vanity items in the game, so you can expect probably different graphics on guns, different hairstyles, hats, clothes, that sort of thing that we're akin to seeing in these customizable games. But the daily mission part sounded really cool, and it's something that's going to give you either bonus experience or some sort of in-game credit, like coins or diamonds or whatever they're using. So very similar to what Zelda does on Hyrule Warriors, for example. When you put the different Amiibos on there and you get a free weapon every day up to 5. This is just another way to integrate Amiibos into the game, and I think that's really cool. So we're going to get our hands on that actually really soon. I have May 29th written down, so I think that's a lot faster than anybody thought. They've been kind of dragging that game out for a while, so that it's going to finally be coming out, I'm very excited. They talked a lot about Virtual Console. They're doing a huge program with Virtual Console. If you already have the existing game, they'll let you port it over to the Wii U for a small upgrade fee, which I thought was cool. Now, one thing Nintendo does that nobody else does is the backward compatibility. So all my Virtual Console games for the Wii do work on the Wii U, but I have to change operating systems, which takes a few seconds. This would actually be porting your game into the Wii U universe, so you don't have to port out to the original Mii interface. The cool thing that they mentioned, and this kind of steals a little thunder from Sony's patch, is you can actually do button remapping on the virtual games. So if you want to try to emulate the original Nintendo controller with the 3-prong and try to change out where the C buttons are and make them the 4 directional buttons on the front of the Wii U gamepad, you can do that. You could do Goofy, you could do left is right, right is left, whatever you want to do. I think that's awesome. And they also mentioned that if the game supported the Rumble Pack feature, it'll actually port over and your controller will vibrate accordingly for your gamepad because all the controllers now are vibration. So the only game I can remember that had the Rumble Pack was Perfect Dark, and I don't remember seeing that on the list. I'm sure a Zelda game did it. Boy, it's been so long since I had one of those things. They listed a bunch of new indie games. I didn't write them all down. They look cool. I gotta say, Nintendo's really stepped up their indie game presence, and their eShop is really taking off. They're doing a lot of Steam type like summer sales and winter sales and just random themed sales. Like this is Mega Man week, so every Mega Man game's 20% off or whatever. I think that's really, really cool. They mentioned that there's a new Fatal Frame game coming out, which I'm really excited about. And very similar to the Zombie U game, you're going to use your gamepad and look through it and look around in the world. And basically, if you're not familiar with Fatal Frame, you use your camera to kind of see ghosts and stuff that aren't in the real world. So it's definitely a horror game. I mean, this is definitely a mature game. But you're going to use your gamepad to look around and see through the world and find ghosts. And you interact with them, like take pictures and scare them away or whatever. But it looks scary as hell. And if it's anything like Zombie U, you're probably going to get some different sound effects from the gamepad speakers than you are from your TV speakers, which is going to create a really eerie vibe. So I'm really looking forward to that one. They also announced that they're going to come out with a new Pokemon Rumble game. It's going to be called Pokemon Rumble World. It's going to be a free-to-play battle game, which comes out in just a couple days. It looks like it's going to have the diamond system, very similar to what the Pokemon Shuffle game currently has on the 3DS. You basically go around as a robotic Pokemon, which is kind of weird, and you beat up other Pokemon. It's kind of like a Diablo, like a 3/4 view. I'm not really too sure about what it is. They said there's going to be like 700 Pokemon that you can collect, and that looks cool, but to be honest, I'm not really sure. But Nintendo is dabbling into free-to-play. That's really what I took away from this. And they're going to let you play probably a certain amount every day, very similar to what they have now with the other Pokemon game. And then you could buy coins if you want, or when you walk by people and do the Street Pass, you'll be able to get more coins or diamonds or whatever to play more. So I think that's really cool. The 2 stars of the show, and I saved them for the very end, are the new Fire Emblem game, which I have to talk about, and Mario Kart. But first, Fire Emblem. So they haven't announced the name of it yet. It's probably going to be called like Black and White. I don't know. I'm making that up because they kept showing Black and White over and over. Basically, Fire Emblem is one of my most beloved turn-based strategy games in the planet. I love the hell out of the series, and I've been a huge, huge fan since day one. So what they're doing differently now is they're going to offer 2 modes. They're going to offer, basically the story is like a Romeo and Juliet type thing, where you were raised by like the opposite. You were raised by like Juliet's family, but you were born to Romeo's, if that makes sense. So you have like your family pride, which is like the family that gave birth to you, but you have your loyalty for like your tribe, and that's the family that raised you. And unlike the other games where you're not really in the game, you're just kind of controlling characters, you're the main star. So you're going to create your own avatar, guy or girl, and then you're going to be the guy. And this is all about your story. And there's an easy mode and a hard mode, and I think that's really cool because they're 2 very different stories. So they said the easy mode is going to play like a traditional Fire Emblem game, but the hard mode is going to be more aggressive. I'm not really sure what that means. I can't imagine it would deter too much from the Fire Emblem formula. It's not like you're going to be doing mine carts and Donkey Kong or anything, but it sounds like it's going to be more of a challenge. The cool thing is they said it's 2 totally independent stories, so they recommend you playing them both, but it'll be the same characters for both stories. So a character in this one guy, maybe like a really nice guy, and then when you play on the hard mode, he might be like a jackass. So it's going to be almost like an alternate universe in a sense of seeing the same character, 2 different stories. So right there you have already built-in replay value. You're going to want to see both stories and understand how your actions play things out. And it sounds like there may be some light decision trees in there. I know that the last Fire Emblem Awakening had some like decision moments, but just like the Walking Dead game, it all funneled up to the same point. It's like, do you want to kill me? And if you say yes, they're like, oh, don't kill me. And if you say no, they're like, oh, thank you for not killing me. So like the decisions might not be as advanced as we think they are, but it seems like they're taking an extra step into integrating this more robust story. And I think that is so cool. The other thing I wanted to talk about was the Mario Kart DLC. So as you're all familiar, the Mario Kart DLC came out about a year ago, maybe 6 months ago. I bought the bundle, which was previous DLC. It focused on Link. It had Link's castle in there. You could race around the the Hyrule Castle, and there was a part where like if you hit these certain obstacles, the Master Sword would turn into like a warp plate, and you could like beam through the map really quickly. Well, now the second one's going to be themed on Animal Crossing, so it's going to include some new tracks, some new characters. The cool thing is, in the Animal Crossing map, there's actually like 4 different iterations of the map, and every time you play, it'll be a different season. So you could play in the snow, you might be playing in the fall, in the summer, whatever. I don't know. I don't think the track's going to change, but obviously the layout, the leaves of the trees, maybe the buildings, maybe the NPCs that you can drive by and they wave to you when you're kicking everyone's ass, or hoping to God you get a bullet so you can catch up. That's usually me. I think that's amazing. But the real takeaway was that they're adding a 200cc mode, which is going to be nuts. And here's why. A lot of these tracks in Mario Kart have been regurgitated from the original Mario Kart back in the like Super Nintendo days, okay? So we've been kind of playing with these tracks. Now they're re-envisioned slightly. Obviously with Mario Kart 8, there's a lot of zero gravity type elements in there. But the reality is it's the same tracks, and we all know the same shortcuts and the same cheats. Obviously, when you get up to the 150cc mode, things get really aggressive. To take it to the 200cc mode, you're now probably going to be able to take jumps you weren't able to take before, and find shortcuts and boosts and stuff that didn't exist prior. And I think that's really cool. They actually said there's going to be a heavy emphasis on braking, which is like, braking? Who the hell brakes in Mario Kart? So, and that's free DLC. So every track, not just the old ones, not just the new DLC ones, but everything is going to get this 200cc boost. And I think that's going to be so much fun. That's going to revitalize that series, even though I don't think it needs to be revitalized. But here we are now, almost a year after it came out, and we're still finding ways to go back and play it. I'm very excited for this DLC. I don't think it will be the last. I don't think they'll go to 250cc because you'll probably just blow off the screen. But the fact that they're kind of embracing this DLC concept across the board. They did it with Hyrule Warriors, where they have all the new characters and maps and separate story modes. Now you're doing it with Mario Kart, and you're getting all the levels there. And I mean, it's really good stuff. And my hat's off to Nintendo for embracing this DLC, because they're doing a hell of a job. It took them a long time to come to the party, but welcome. So anyways, that's just my takeaway. I'll put the official link to the actual Nintendo Direct in the comment box below. They talked for about an hour. I talked for about 19 minutes, and they probably talked. There's a lot more stuff that I didn't cover that it didn't really matter to me. This is just things that I care about. My takeaway, though, first and foremost, is Nintendo's embracing the DLC, and I love that, love that. And the second thing is they're going all in with Amiibos. So if you're not into Amiibos or you're not into the DLC, maybe Nintendo's not for you. I don't know. As always, I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know in the comment box below. Picked up a couple new subscribers the other day, so I appreciate you guys jumping on board my channel. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm constantly trying to improve. I wore my gamer shirt today. Okay, John, I wore my gamer shirt. It's not my white undershirt. I got better lighting. I'm doing my best here. I'm trying. So as always, let me know what you guys think. I want to hear your feedback. I'm a gamer at heart. I'm going to go jump out and play some Dying Light right now, because I got to get on that April Fool's DLC before it goes away. Let me know what you guys think. I already told you to comment, rate, subscribe if I didn't do it anyway. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I and the dog from Duck Hunt will see you guys on the other side.